Yo, what's up? My name is Petrowski, and I wanted to talk about one of the most interesting pieces of shiny hunting information that I have ever seen and ever read within PokeMMO, and I feel like it's super under talked about, and that's actually going to be something very math related, and I'm very uneducated when it comes to math specifically, but I'm going to try my best, and you guys can correct me if I get anything wrong in the comments below. Thankfully, it's all been nicely laid out by one of the game developers, Sethson, but we're going to be talking about the binomial distribution of your chance of getting a shiny. I know this might look really confusing and off-putting at first, but the main thing I want to talk about is this chart and this graph after doing a brief overview of it, and I'll zoom in on that so you guys can see it better. Don't you worry about that. But basically the point of this, as you can see in this summary here, is that it's going to give you a rough estimate of your shiny chance at the estimate of your encounters. So if you're at, like, let's say 20k encounters, it's going to give you an estimate of your shiny chance and your percentage chance of if you should have gotten a shiny by then, which I think is so interesting to me personally. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it and zoom in on the graph and the numbers. Alright, so the most important thing we're going to want to be looking at on this chart and on all this information is this left side. So this left side is going to have a couple pieces of information. It's going to have your encounters number, so you're going to check that to kind of get a reference of, at least your personal reference of, hey, how many encounters have I done? What's my percentage chance of getting a shiny? And then you're going to compare that encounters number to your shiny percentage with donator or without. So we're going to go through some of the most basic rough numbers and kind of average numbers of encounters that people kind of run through. So let's say you're 10,000 encounters into a shiny hunt. Without donator status, you have around a 28.35% chance to have gotten a shiny by then, and with donator, you have almost a 31% chance to have gotten a shiny by then. So about a 1 out of 3 at 10,000 encounters. Pretty interesting stuff. Let's head over to 20,000 encounters. So at 20,000 encounters, you're going to have a 48.66% chance without donor status to have gotten a shiny. So almost 50, kind of a little under. And then with donor, you're going to have a little over 50 at 52.32% chance to have gotten a shiny by then. So around a 50% chance overall to have gotten a shiny by 20,000 encounters. I find this really interesting. And obviously you can see the numbers really go down, or like the percentages and the margins really start to shrink the higher you go up. So let's go to 30,000 encounters. So for those who don't know, 30,000 is actually the guesstimate, the rate for the shiny rate in PokeMMO. The shiny rate in PokeMMO is 1 out of 30,000. But with this math, at 30,000 encounters, you only have a 63.21% chance to get a shiny without donator, and then a 67% with donator. I think this is really interesting and really helps a lot of players understand and gives a lot of players perspective of your chances of getting a shiny. Even like your chance of being on rate is around a 65% split between both ways, which I think is so important for players to understand, and kind of gets rid of information like this is interesting because it can grant players entitledness to shiny, getting their shiny, but it can also give them insight and kind of wake them up to breaking them out of that sort of entitledness to getting a shiny. You're never entitled to a shiny. You have to just work really hard and keep going until you get it. You're never entitled to shiny just because you've gotten a certain amount of encounters, although I do feel for you if you have gone super dry. I've done super dry in the past myself, and it's very painful and can be frustrating, but all you can do is never give up. So I hope you guys can appreciate that. Use these numbers, look through them. One of the most interesting ones is that at 300,000 encounters, that's when it becomes a 99.995 or 99.999% chance to have gotten a shiny by then. I think that's also one of the more interesting ones. So that is like basically one of the rarest encounters you'll see people go, or one of the rarest numbers of encounters you'll see people hit is around 300k, which is really mathematically interesting. And just, I don't know, I love this stuff. I love this information. I hope you guys find it interesting, informative, and helpful, and gives you at least a better perspective. I think gaining that perspective of the chance when shiny hunting is really important to your mental and really interesting. But that basically covers this. You can go ahead and click the forum link in the description to see more on this. There's a ton more information in this forum post, but I specifically just wanted to cover the binomial distribution in this video. But if you guys want to see more, check that out. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave comments, questions, concerns, feedback, etc. in the comments below. Subscribe for more daily PokeMMO content. Ring the bell for notifications on all of those daily uploads. Join the Discord linked below in the social medias kind of description part to kind of join the Discord. There's a lot of cool people there, a lot of questions being asked, a lot of new players, a lot of veteran players, a lot of people who love this game, care about this game, want to ask questions about team building, competitive, shiny hunting, price checking, and how to value your Pokemon. There's a lot of help and a lot of resources and a lot of cool people in there. So go ahead and check that out if you want, and have a fantastic day.